Hello everybody, this is Tishihiro and welcome back to another episode of my playthrough of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Oh boy, we got some juicy information in the previous episode. Oh, I'm so excited. The moment where everything starts to click and some of the suspicions and thoughts I've had suddenly start to make sense and take shape. That's good. Game's definitely in a very interesting place, and I don't want to waste any more time doing this recap, so let's jump right into it. Okay, we're here at the communications office, right next door to the captain's quarters, and Ace. I was wondering where he was because I kind of forgot that this whole place was connected to the quarters, to the captain's quarters. So he was here doing his own thing, probably scheming or something. Who knows what he's been doing. And in the meantime, Clover and myself were having our little conversation over at the other room. So what's the matter? What does he need from me? Let's see. I think I go to examine the obvious and check out the telegraph, if I can. Can I? No? Maybe? Sure, let's just look at this. There's a pair of headphones on the desk. Anything else? No? Okay. An early telecommunications device. Just tell me what you need, dude. Most likely used to transmit a radio signal of some sort. I experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be anything functional in here. It looks as though the drawer is the only thing that's locked. I don't see a keyhole though. An electric lock, perhaps? Take a look at the left side of the drawer. Yeah, there's some cables over there. Yeah, this thing, it's like hooked to this machine, so probably something that you have to input here to make this open. That must mean... yeah. I guess people use this to communicate back in the day. Whatever it is, it doesn't work. The drawer won't budge. I think it's got some kind of electronic lock. Alright. Hey, what's this? It's blank. There's nothing written on it. A blank piece of paper, huh? A white piece of paper. It's blank. Invisible ink? No? Okay. Alright, I get it. Nothing in the drawer anymore. When I look at the thing, what does he want from me? Chair. This? A clock mounted on the wall. The hands aren't moving. Little surprised that the time is wrong then, I suppose. Well, it's gonna be right twice a day. And there's nothing on the back. Okay. 10 and 2. Like 10 plus 10. Just an ordinary wall clock. The hands aren't moving. Anything else? No? Okay. I'm gonna leave my coat here. That coat looks heavy, by the way. Look, a hook. That wasn't a joke. Yeah, we agreed that you would stop trying to do those. I know, man. It's a hook for hanging clothes, I think. Sure. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. It's interesting that there's two different perspectives, but I guess there's just a lot of things on top of the desk. Hey, Ace, look! It's a monkey with glasses! How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? It's so disappointed. Shut up! It also kind of looks like someone who's been watching too much TV. To be honest, I have no goddamn idea what this thing really is. It's probably some kind of radio transmitter. Hey Ace, look! It's a model of a steam train! How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? This bit again, huh? Right off the bat. To be honest, I have no goddamn idea what this thing really is. It's probably some kind of radio transmitter. Alright, okay. Same joke here? No? It's a telegraph key, a machine for transmitting Morse code. I tried sending an SOS earlier, but I doubt that did anything. Zero will never make it that easy. So you think it's broken? No, it works. I'm just not sure if it actually transmits anything outside of the ship. Okay. A telegraph key. Ace says you use it to send messages in Morse code. Interesting. So it works, but it's not really connected to anything? Hey Ace, look, there's a big-ass rat trap over here. Dude! I told you, that's a telegraph key. It's a device that transmits messages through Morse code. These dorks. At least Junpei's having a good time. Anything else? No? A telegraph key. There's no cheese on it, unfortunately. Ace ate it already. Sorry, dude. You have to be there. Just a normal light. When it won't turn on, so maybe not that normal. Yeah, that's definitely suspicious. Look into it. Just a normal light. Okay, so same dialogue. Alright, the cable that comes out of this thing is connected to the desk. What does that mean? Anything else that we can do here? It's probably part of some kind of radio transmitter. Is this the same unit? Maybe. Anything else we can look at? Yeah, lots of things actually. It's an old telegraph machine. Nothing suspicious here. Alright. What about this? It's an old telegraph machine. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. Okay. What about this? Aha! Small screwdrivers. Yes, for this. A set of small screwdrivers. Perhaps we can use them to dismantle small devices? Yes, that's what I was thinking. Perfect for screwing and unscrewing small screws. I think that joke was gonna go somewhere else. That wasn't a joke. I thought there was gonna be a joke. Okay, so do we... can I examine this and will Ace like give me some commentary on it? Let's do it. Music box. Would you wind it for us, Junpei? It sounds rather odd. Yeah, you know Morse, right? Does it say anything in Morse? What's this? The pins on the cylinder look rather strange. Okay, so we're gonna have to dismantle it. Got it. In fact, these don't look like pins at all. It looks to be some sort of board. We need to dismantle it to get a better look. Okay, so let's just do it. Stop wasting time. Alright, this screwdriver ought to make short work of this music box. Aha. Here we have the cylinder. And look at this. That's Morse, isn't it? Like the dots and the lines. Looks to be a cylinder for a music box. There are a number of pins and some pieces of metal that look rather like fans attached to it. I believe that's called a comb. I learned that in a different game. Junpei, I was thinking, these pins and this metal thing, if you look at them in 2 dimensions, don't they remind you of something? What do you mean in 2 dimensions? What would the cross-section of one of these pins look like? The cross-section of one of these pins? A dot? And what about the fans? They just look like lines. Exactly. Now, do you know a code that makes use of dots and lines? Yes. Code with dots and lines. Yeah. Dots and lines. Maybe I could transfer them onto another surface by rolling the cylinder across it. Okay. So let's do it. No? Okay. I thought, yeah, we don't have like ink or anything that we can use to print it onto the paper. So let's just keep looking around. We'll find something. What's this? Oh, there we go. The sooner I ask for it, the sooner it's here, in my hands. A bottle of ink. It's filled with ink. Yep, sure is. Some black ink. So do we do this? I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. Yes. And now, I bet we don't find those, but... Oh, yes, I see. You put ink on the cylinder. Yeah. If I roll it across a piece of paper, the pins and the fans will leave marks on it, right? The pins will make dots and the fans will leave lines. Alright then, show us. Okay. Now I just gotta roll the cylinder across a piece of paper. And if I'm right, the ink should... Yes! Morse code chart. Okay, what does it say? Just as you suspected, right? Now you have a pattern of dots and lines on the paper. Or do I have to reproduce this on the telegraph key? I imagine it's Morse code. These dots and lines are the dots and dashes of Morse code. Yes. Um, Junpei, what are you doing? We have the Morse code message. Certainly, you know what to do next. Yeah. But you could tell me what it means if you can read it. Okay. Fine, there's nothing in the drawer anymore. Just go do the obvious thing. I think I have to look at this. Yeah. Alright, I've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Alright, let's give this a shot. Right, so... Yeah, okay. I was just testing the controls for a moment. Literally like holding my breath just in case, is this gonna work? Yeah, very straightforward, just press it. There we go. But I'm really interested to know what it actually means. So maybe they'll tell me, maybe I'll look it up later. Actually, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look anything related to this game up. That's the last one, and yes. Excellent work, Junpei. Good job. You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. Good. Now, what's in it? Huh. A red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up.
Looks like there's something on the cover.
What does it say here? Alice. Right? All ice. But Alice. Huh.
Alice.
Yeah.
All ice. Alice. Does this mean...
Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in that file. Oh. Holy shit. I can't read this. Each page was covered with strange characters. Yeah, hieroglyphs. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange
What the
symbols.
hell is this?
He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at
They
him.
are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Yes, okay, so this thing, huh? This whole thing with Alice, with the mummy, with Ice Nine, I want the lore.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? That's not like a normal thing that most people can.
I can't. What would make you think I could?
Ace, come on. We agreed that you would stop making jokes, so quit trying to be funny.
What the hell?
I mean, you can read Morse code. Maybe you could read this. I didn't think you would, but maybe. Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just one or two pages that were covered in the strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them.
Whoa, the whole thing's like that.
Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file, and something fell out.
Huh? What's this?
He bent down and picked it up.
Oh, a key card.
Look at this. This is not something we've seen. Bottom deck library? Huh? The the forest of knowledge? Huh? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Is that the place that's burnt on the map? How do we access this place? Hang on. There was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for the Saturn and Mercury keycards. Um, yeah, I don't know which planet this is supposed to be. It's probably like Neptune or Uranus, so who knows. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol, or maybe it's Pluto. If this game is, it has its age, and Pluto used to be considered a planet. By the way, it's okay that Pluto is no longer a planet. Things can change as we gain better understanding of them.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
Okay, thank you. Junpei looked over to see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well. By the way, none of them had those. But Forest of Knowledge, where the mummy is, right? That was what Seven said, wasn't it?
Something's written on the bottom.
Oh, this is getting interesting. How do we get to that place?
Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library, then.
So it would seem.
Bottom deck library. Oh.
Junpei remembered something he heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet.
Seven said something like,
Yeah?
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic.
Yes.
could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck? And the Forest of Knowledge is the library?
Mm-hmm.
Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
Now, I don't know what that would do for us, but it's something.
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Yeah. Why do you want to know? Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him, curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts.
Yeah. I just remembered something.
He doesn't need to know. Don't tell him
Is
anything.
that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
Okay, I guess he's gonna. Obviously, sure. There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain his theory to Ace. Then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told everything Ace. Excuse me. So he told Ace everything June had told him. Okay, so we're spending a bit of time here. Just doing this.
The Egyptian priestess and Ice 9. Interesting.
I don't like the fact that he knows so much now, but what are you gonna do?
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster?
Like, again, I don't know how this is gonna come into play. I just, I'm wary of Ace.
They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain.
The owner of the ship.
According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
A game. No, I'm not doing that. Ace stared off into the distance, his hand slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. After a few moments, his hand stopped. Turned slowly to look at Junpei, and his brows drew together.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term Cass?
Oh boy. That's a nickname for a character I'm very fond of. You don't get to say that.
Cass?
No, it's an acronym. What's an acronym for?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter.
Okay, like cryogenics?
Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals.
Right. This is like a thing. Okay, no, I don't know if this is like a thing. You know, when there are like some businesses that are dedicated to like people like when people die, like they pay like a lot of money just to put their bodies in ice. But so far, I don't know if like it's impossible to preserve someone alive in ice because ice crystals form in the water in your tissues, and that just kills everything. So no cryogenics and like people putting themselves in ice after death doesn't do anything for your body. But where is he going with this anyway?
Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane.
Yep, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Cass, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form.
Okay. I wonder if this is like a thing that's being researched, if this is like an actual thing.
It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process.
Or do we already have that? I don't know.
Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
Oh yeah,
What do you mean, other things?
I have a feeling it's just what I was talking about.
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Like cryostasis, like reaching other systems within our lifetimes, quote unquote.
Space travel? Are you serious?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation. Cryogenic freezing?
Yep.
It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
That was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting.
Whoa, wait a minute there.
Ace looked at him and raised an
Are you
eyebrow.
saying that Alice was frozen using that cast thing?
And when would that have taken place? Like, before she was discovered? After she was discovered and transported? If so, if that happened before, are we going down the Egyptians had like ancient technology or contact with aliens and stuff? I hope not. Like, okay, maybe the game has a point. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and casts were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
So, would she? Oh my goodness. That's some incredible stuff that you're saying right there. Like, that's just nuts.
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right?
Yeah, and I'm actually not exactly sure what that's in Celsius, which is the unit I use, but I think it's pretty hot. I think that's just like a hot summer day outside.
If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature,
And she wouldn't have reached that temperature like being transported across the desert? I doubt that.
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
That's just crazy.
you're quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
Are you really saying that Alice came out of cryostasis and killed him? Huh?
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible.
I think he's saying that maybe none of us, like, individually could have gone to this place. Like, obviously you have the door number 1 to get through. And not even him with his own bracelet and number 9 bracelet could have done that on his own. Like, he needed someone else. So,
In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1.
which, by the way, he can't even do because 1 + 9 is already 10, and you can't get 1 with any other combinations. So, yeah.
That door that requires the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1.
And I think that's why he's so specifically interested in this door, maybe. Aside from the fact that he knows about the Nonary game because he fucking organized it the previous time, which, by the way, he put Clover and Snake and I think Santa's sister in that experiment. Oh man. But yeah, what was I saying? There's another reason why he was specifically interested in this door, aside from the fact that he suspected there was gonna be something important behind it. It's also the fact that this is the one door he can't open, like, on his own. Like, no, I mean, he can't open any door. He can't open... No. I mean, there are many. He can't open doors like on his own. He needs someone else. The reason he was able to kill Guy X is because somehow Guy X had a bracelet with the number 2 on it, and he was able to throw him in. But of course, he always needs at least one more person to open doors. And of course, that would obviously reveal the fact that he has bracelet number 9. So, yeah.
Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Who else then could have done so?
Junpei thought for a second.
Nobody. After Santa and Lotus used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with me and June.
Yeah.
Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, Seven, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, Seven, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those 3 to open door 1.
Yeah.
But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time?
It could also be Zero is lurking somewhere on the ship. Like, okay, sure, let's go with his theory. Zero is actually on the ship. He could have done it. He's somewhere, I don't know. Where was Guy X? I don't know. Wherever the pocket dimension where all of these people are roaming about. And maybe that happened like right before we were somewhere else, or just as we were somewhere else. We wouldn't have known. Like, how fresh is this body? I don't know.
A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that.
Okay.
It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
But are you saying that Alice did it?
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
Like, there are so many other options that make more sense. It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully.
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice. Is she really somewhere on the ship?
Junpei had only one clue. The key card in his hand.
Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge.
Yeah.
And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
Yeah, but after we get out of this place, can we look into it maybe?
I'll come back to this later.
Yeah. He gripped the key card tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. New material has been added to the file screen. What has? Information about Alice. Okay. A file. Okay, all right, the book itself. A file found in the communications office. It says all eyes on the spine. All of the pages are filled with hieroglyphics from ancient Egypt. Okay. Maybe we can show her if we can get her to wake up. I don't know. What's this? A unique key. A key with a leather case. It is a metal. Oh, that's for the door back there. Right? My guess would be ceramic. Junpei, have you found a keyhole that might fit it? Yes, I have. Interesting design. A rather unique key. The tip is square. Yeah, I know. I know where this goes. So, let's go back. Junpei, what are you doing? I have stuff to look at. We've searched the wheelhouse from top to bottom. Okay, that's the wheelhouse. Dude, sorry, I don't know the layout of this place. There's no reason to go back. In fact, don't you think it would be wise to investigate the captain's quarters? Yeah, shut up. I think we ought to check ballrooms, don't you? You were the one who interrupted me while I was in the middle of it. Well, to be fair, I was talking to Clover, but it was important. We haven't finished looking at this. So, anything else? They look like batteries. There's a cable running from them to the monitor. Look like batteries. Okay. Anything else here? Ah, what's the deal with this? Is it some kind of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They all start with a 0 and end with 8, F, N, or V respectively. Okay, my first thought was hex, but N or V, that's not hex, right? Maybe this has something to do with number bases. Fine, okay, not hex, but what do you call if this is hexadecimal? Is this like 1, 2, 3, 4, this 15? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so then that's 24 base. Does that have a name? Huh. New material has been added to the file screen. Let's look at it right now. A numeral system chart. A numeral system chart found in the captain's quarters. 10 in base 10 is written as A in hexadecimal. Therefore, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and so on. This chart shows the rules for each numeral system. Okay, so this is base 10. No, well, yeah. No, this is base 8. This is hex. This looks like it's base 24. Like up to here 16. And then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And this would be 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. Sorry, that's 30, 31, 32. So base 32. Okay. Base 8, base 16, 24, and 32, huh? So doubling, like at every step of the way, right? Okay. And that's it. Anything else here? One of those things that switches what's on the screen. Let's see what happens if I flip one of these switches. Nothing. Looks like it doesn't work anymore. Can I look at this? Hey, isn't the door on that screen the one right behind us? You're right. So whatever a camera sees, it's sent to the screen in real time. I wonder if that means something, you know? Yeah, I wonder. What's the text here? There's nothing on the monitor? I see lines of text. Maybe it's just like distorted. Just static, yeah. Nothing on the monitor, just static. Anything else? A Z or a C. By the way, guys, the way I pronounce things, very inconsistent. I learned English as a second language. I've learned English from so many different sources. I don't have one specific accent or one specific ways to say things. I'm sorry if that's really annoying, but it is what it is. There's an E on this screen. Nar? I don't know. Okay. Nothing else. Okay, what about this? I think this probably used to be a door. Nobody's going through it as long as this metal plate's here, though. Well, even without the metal plate, the desk's in the way. Yeah. Okay, interesting. A chair. Gotta examine everything. Okay, so let's see. There's a plaque on the door, but it doesn't say anything. Okay, so let's use the key here. The control panel for the electronic lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole on the bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. Sweet, just had to put that key in and now it's on. Junpei, look, there's a minus sign on the screen. There are 8 of them. That probably means we got to put in 8 digits. Do you think you can figure it out? I'm gonna say 08, 16, 24 and 32, maybe. Also, that wasn't like doubling. That was just that wasn't doubling the previous step. That was silly. No, that's just the multiplication table for number 8. Let's try my theory. 8 digits, huh? Once I put in the 8-digit number, I just press E to enter. And if I mess up, I guess I just press C. Alright, let's give it a shot. So 0, 8. Huh. Interesting order. I would have thought it would start here, but I guess not. 16. 24. 32. Yeah? No? No. Okay. What's the passcode? I'm pretty sure I've reached every part of this room by now. Okay. 8 dashes on the screen. I guess I need to put in 8 numbers. Okay, let's think about this then. Let's look at this again. The numeral system chart. 10 in base 10 is written as A in hexadecimal. Therefore, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and so on. This chart showed the rules for each numeral system. So, 8, right? Then this ends in 16 in hex. If this is base 24, this is 24 right here. And this should be 32. So what am I missing? See if we get some more clues if we examine this again. Control panel for the electronic lock. It's on. It's a keyhole. I don't need to put any more keys in it. Once I've put in the 8-digit number, I just press E to enter it. And if I mess up, I guess I just press C. One more time. Okay, so it looks like no hints here. Game just wants me to go all in. So what if I do it the other way around? Like if I start from the top and then I go for 0. No? Okay. What's the passcode? I'm pretty sure I've searched every part of this room by now. Same dialogue. Okay, let me look at this again. Oh man. This is a problem, right? I think the puzzles in this game haven't been very difficult, I would say. But when I get one that's kind of a roadblock, that makes me get nervous. Because of the pacing and, you know, the length of the episodes. Oh man, let's see. Wait, stupid. 15 is not 16. Yeah, obviously. F is a 15 in hex. So I have been counting this wrong. Hold on.